guys, we're back camping again. We're out here at Nimrod Dam. So I'm going to show you, I'm just going to go down through the camp here on my bike and kind of show you what the campground looks like, and then I'll go over a few of the things that we try to cover, typical questions people might have before coming out to a place like this. So just take a look and see what you think. All right, I'm going to show you guys in the main bathroom here real quick. Fairly typical hand dryer. This is one with running water, and they actually have soap. A couple stalls. And then there's a couple showers over here. So that's the main bathhouse, and then there's another one that's just a bathroom that's on up the hill closer to the dam. But this is the main one that's closest to most of the campsites, and then up the road there's a picnic area and some stuff like that. But yeah, I'll show you around one of the sites and kind of talk about some pros and cons on some of the sites. All right, so I'm gonna show you this site. This is site 12, and then 11 is right next to it. So this is on the bottom loop, and this is down by the water. So campsites here and the water's right there. So if you got kids and you're worried about them being too close to the running creek water, don't get these. Get the ones on the other side of the loop. They're over there, right there where ours is at, and the playground's right next to it. And those up there are further from the water, closer to the playground. So if you want one up there, like ours is site 6. So if you want one further away, then go up there. Okay, here's another. So most of these sites are, some are pull through, some are back in. They all vary in length. This one is a pull through site. And here's your power over here. So this would be on the creek side. And there is water at most of these, but if you're going to hook up to the water, bring a long hose. So right over here is the water hookup for site 12 and site 11. So it's got 2 spigots on it. But that's site 11 there, and that's site 12 over there. So you're going to have to run the hose across the road here and all the way over here to your site to hook up to your camper. So just be aware of that. Almost all the sites here are like that. They share pedestals on the water, and so you've got to run your hose a little ways to get it. Ours is that way. I think almost every site here is. And then a few of the sites have these little covers over the picnic table, which is nice if you're out here during weather. It looks like maybe 8, 9, 10, 11 have them. I think that's the only ones that have them. But that'd be nice if it's raining. But these are the ones right next to the water. And then pretty typical fire pit. And some of them have these little benches if you want to use those. But that's about it on the campsites. All right, here's the playground equipment. It's in pretty good shape. It's some older stuff. These metal slides are a little dated, but they still work just fine. If they don't burn you, your bare skin will stick to them and feel like it's going to tear it off. I remember that as a kid. And also site 6, which is what we have here, and site 7 right there. If you don't want to be around kids, don't get one of those sites because they are very close to the playground. So if you got kids, great. If you don't want to be around kids, get one of the others that's a little further away. Okay, so this is at the top of the hill. Our campground's down there. This is up the hill past campground. There's another playground, and then there's the pavilion right there that's looking at the dam over there. And then there's another bathroom up here. These are the picnic areas overlooking the dam. There you go. All right, there's the dam. Check out the black vulture right there, and then on down there's some turkey vultures. Anyway, it's Arkansas in June, and it's hot out here. That's the biggest downside of this trip, but that's okay. We live here. We're used to it, sort of. So if you're coming out here in a camper, bring extra water hose and extra power cord, depending on how long you usually keep, because you probably need that for the campsites. Campsites aren't perfectly level, which is fine. They're not bad, but and they vary in length. So again, go on recreation.gov on the app or the website, and you can get some information. I don't know if they have pictures. I think they do have pictures of all these sites as well, if I remember correctly. So you can go on there and look at pictures of each site and get a rough idea of what's going on anyway. But other than that, so the main thing to do here is the lake, which we went out on the lake this morning and fished for a little bit. We caught a few brim. We're not serious fishing people. We enjoy it. We like to eat them, but we're not serious fishermen. But that's the main thing here. There's a short trail walking over to the dam, but that's about all there is hiking. I'm not sure what all you can do on the creek. I'm going to do some research on that because I'm curious about kayaking it. Right now the water level's too high to be flooding quite a bit, so I wouldn't do it now. But there's some stuff you can do out on the river below the dam. So that's where we're camped. We're on the River Road park that's below the dam. There's like 3 or 4 other campgrounds on Lake Nimrod, so look them all over and see which ones work best for you. For us, putting in the boat, there's not a spot to do it on the lake in our part of the campground, so we had to go down the road to one of the boat ramps. So it just varies depending on where you're at. If you're going to do a lot of fishing and want to be able to pull your boat up on the bank, you might look at one of the other portions on Lake Nimrod. So this is the high water boat ramp, because the water is still, it's not near as high as it was. You can see it was way higher, but it's still high enough that the regular boat ramps can be used. So this is quite potentially one that you would probably prefer 4-wheel drive to get down. But it's really pretty out here. We've enjoyed it. The lake's pretty, campground's nice, pretty simple, but we've enjoyed it. So that's all I can think of at the moment. One other thing I should mention is the smell there, and this sign was posted up there. There is a smell throughout the camp. It's not always real bad, and sometimes my understanding is it's not there at all. But being below the dam, the release of the water releases this chemical from the water from decaying plants and things like that. So if you're real sensitive to smells, it may not be the best place for you to camp, at least at certain times. It really didn't bother us, but some people are a lot more sensitive and it might bother them. Lake Nimrod is actually the oldest man-made lake in Arkansas. It was built in 1942. So it's a really cool place. If you get the chance, at least run by and check out the water flow over the dam. You can walk out there and take a look at the lake, and it's just a really neat place, and the dam is really cool to look at the architecture on. So we had a good time, and I hope you guys enjoy it and go check it out sometime.